Hey, welcome in to Vibe Sessions ATX. We're here for Vibe Sessions at the beautiful Warm Studios right here in Austin, Texas, and I am so honored to have this rising pop artist sitting right next to me. Ladies and gentlemen, Angelyse Mariah. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing so good. I've been so excited to talk to you. I've been following you a little bit, seeing everything you've been doing. Welcome to Vibe Sessions.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here. It's like the studios are awesome here.
Yeah. And I mean, someone like you being so brand new to music, I mean, having opportunities like this at this time period must be not exciting, but overwhelming.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think that I'd be here, like, making music a year and a half later, like here in Texas, like performing my own music for people. It's insane.
That's so cool. I know everyone's excited to see you perform tonight at Vibe Sessions. Your first time to Texas.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes.
Was it everything you've heard of Texas? People riding horses down the road, right? We all have boots on and cowboy hats, the spurs.
Honestly, it's nothing like I expected. When I think of Texas, I always thought of it as just like flat lands, just farms everywhere. Like, the horses. And I didn't know that you guys like actually do rodeos over here. I thought it was like a myth or like a stereotype.
No. Oh, we do them big. And I think you were actually at a really great one. You were just in Houston. I think I saw you take a picture of the Houston rodeo.
I was in Houston, but I didn't get the chance to go to a rodeo.
I've never been to the Houston one. It's a lot bigger than the one we have in San Antonio.
Okay.
So put that on your to-do list next time you come.
I need to.
Now, you're from New Jersey.
Yes.
So you said Texas. You thought all flat land, farmland.
Yeah.
What is the thought of New Jersey? If I was to go to New Jersey, what would you think that I would think of there before I get there?
Oh, that it's dirty. Dirty Jersey. I feel like everybody, when they land in Newark, they're like, the first thing that people say is that it smells like trash.
Yeah.
Like the Newark airport smells terrible.
I'm a big Joe Budden fan, and I feel like he talks about Newark all the time, kind of in that same fashion.
It's definitely dirty over there. Like, I come here, and it's like, wow, there's nature. You guys have animals over here? Like, there's not just raccoons and, like, skunks. Like,
yeah, right? You told me that here in Texas, you had a first. You tried brisket for the first time. Now, that's a big deal because here in Texas, we take our brisket really serious. It's all about the spot you go to. Me and my wife, we have a spot we go to, and we will not steer away from that. What was your first impression of brisket?
Oh my God, it was amazing. I'm a huge foodie.
Okay.
So I was just so impressed by the way the meat just just fell apart, so tender. It was amazing. The barbecue sauce definitely like made it just chef's
Really?
kiss.
Something you're going to be thinking about when you're back in New Jersey?
100%.
Oh my God.
I'm like, we need one in New Jersey. Like, how come we don't have this up there?
Let's go ahead and make that happen. New Jersey, come on, let's get it together. Let's get on the brisket train already.
Let's get some Jersey brisket.
So let's get a little bit into the music. Like I said, you are brand new to this. I saw that you wrote and recorded your very first song in 2020 during the pandemic.
Yes.
What steered you to do that? Because other things I was reading about you was you've already kind of been involved in the entertainment industry, modeling, dancing, acting. What finally gave you that push to go into the artistry side of the entertainment business?
Honestly, it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I never knew how to start necessarily. You know, I started acting younger, and by chance, a family member told us about an agency that was having auditions, and at 10 years old, I went in, but I started dance at 3, and singing has always been something that I did as well, just growing up doing talent shows and musicals.
Yeah.
But music was just like, I didn't know, what do I do? How do I even release my own music?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that world. So it wasn't until my junior year of high school that I got into a program at NYU for music.
Wow.
And, that's where they kind of taught me music business, just like, the terminology, the lingo.
Yeah.
But then, unfortunately, COVID happened, and I had to do the rest of the program online.
Oh.
And, then, we were at home, and I had so much time in my hands, and I was just already learning about music business that I was like, why not write?
Oh, it kind of worked out.
Yeah.
For you.
So then, like one of the girls from the program, she was a producer. She sent me a beat. She was like in upstate New York. She sent me a beat, and then I wrote I recorded it on my iPhone on voice memos.
Hey, yes.
I sent it to her, and then she just mixed it together, and she literally made an artist profile for me on Spotify, and I have my own artist page, and I was like,
wow.
Oh.
Upcoming artists, take some advice from Angelyse Mariah right here. You don't need this huge recording studio for your first big hit. Voice memos and the right production and engineering behind it can make you a hit.
Yes.
So, singer, songwriter, performer, actor, model, dancer. What am I missing? What did I forget on that list?
I mean, something that people, may not know about me is that I'm like an athlete first. I feel like I've played sports my entire life.
Okay.
Once, I got into kindergarten, I was just in soccer, basketball, track, and I played all the way up into senior year of school.
Wow.
So I think that's where I kind of get my maybe competitiveness in that sense. And that's why I love being part of a dance team and dancing and stuff like that. That's definitely why I enjoy that.
I love it. Are you a football fan?
No.
Okay, because I was almost going to ask you, please don't let it be the Jets that's your team, because the Patriots are my team.
No.
And I can't allow that in this space, okay?
Well, if I'm watching a football game, it's going to be a Giants game.
Okay.
New Jersey.
We've had some tough ones against. I don't know if I can sanction that one either. What do you feel like you excel at the least out of all of those things? What are you consistently working on to improve out of those 7 different talents that you have?
My writing, definitely.
Okay.
I think writing was never something that I kind of naturally, had a thing for. I feel like I had to learn a lot of it in the process, because I was just like, I don't know anything about music. I don't know anybody that's doing music. If I wanted to start, I kind of just had to do it myself and just put it out.
Wow.
So, my lyricism is definitely something that I'm continuing to improve on every day. I feel like that's something that I can just keep getting better at.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about the music. Like I said, I was scrolling through. Can I tell you that you're the type of artist that I really love when it comes to social media?
Really?
You're not trying to do this whole mysterious thing, like no one knows anything about you. You put it all out there for people like me to come so well prepared for these interviews. So, Angelyse, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I saw that you did this phenomenal Amy Winehouse cover, Back to Black.
Yes.
I thought you bodied it. I watched it at least 10 times.
Really?
Yeah. Is Amy Winehouse an inspiration?
Oh, 100%.
She is.
Yeah, when I first started getting trained, for vocal lessons, because it wasn't until I was about 10 years old that my parents were like, okay, you can kind of hold a tune.
Yeah.
You can sing.
Okay.
That's when they kind of put me in vocal lessons. They were like, okay, she can hold a tune. Let's refine those skills.
Your dad and mom were like, look, we're not paying for vocal lessons unless we can see it.
Yeah.
And if we can't see it, then
Exactly. Yeah. They didn't even let me perform in talent show singing.
Oh.
They were like, no, you're gonna dance.
Yeah.
You're not ready yet.
It wasn't like an embarrassing the family name or anything like that. Is that what it was?
Maybe. But yeah, when I first started training and learning how to sing properly, my influences and the people that I would sing a lot were a lot more of I want to say a soulful tone.
Absolutely.
So Amy Winehouse, Whitney Houston, a lot of Broadway.
Yeah.
I'm classically trained in a lot of musical theater, so it would be The Color Purple, Aida. So those very soulful heavier tones were influenced a lot when I was younger.
Yeah, and it really seems like you don't shy away from really wanting to stretch your voice. A lot of artists kind of stay right here, and you, from what I've seen, the octaves, you like to do it, and that's why the Amy Winehouse one I thought it was so good because I could hear her, but it was Angelyse Mariah singing it. So
it's so funny that you say that because I was just talking to my producer a couple days ago, and I was talking about how I feel like my voice, it kind of changes and is dynamic depending on what kind of track you put me on. So sometimes I'm like, does it sound too different? My voice doing a raspy song like Back to Black, or a lighter song any other covers that I put out covering Bad Bunny or I feel like sometimes my voice changes and he's like, no, that's what makes you special, the fact that your voice is so dynamic.
Absolutely.
And it can sound different.
And that's what I was going to ask you because I saw that you did do a lot of covers. Is that something that you like to do where you cover one of your favorite artists? Maybe sometimes to take yourself out of your own box, creatively experiment a little bit. Has that helped you in your progression with making music?
Yeah, 100%.
Learning your voice?
100%, because like before I even started making music, I was just constantly doing other people's songs, performing other people's material, and like, other like writers' musicals and doing all of that. So that's definitely helped me tap in and narrow down what I'm trying to achieve in my sound and what I'm putting out. And then now when I take those breaks off and I'm doing other people's songs again after working on my own for hours and hours at the studio, it's like a breath of fresh air that I'm trying something different that's not necessarily what I've been working on for the past 6 months.
Oh, I love it. Well, pop music is in such a great place right now.
Yes.
Artists like Dua Lipa, Ariana Grande, Khalid, Harry Styles. I mean, it seems like pop has had this resurgence, and it sounds amazing. What is maybe an artist for you that when you feel like you're having that creative block and you kind of need something to refresh the palate? What's an artist you go to? What's one of your favorites that you listen to?
I mean, I have a lot. I feel like it's not necessarily one. I like so many different types of music, but when I really think about what I'm trying to achieve in music now and like that void that I want to fill in pop, I think about the pop stars that were really performing and doing it back in the early 2000s.
Oh,
so
like
I'll
that.
listen to all like the attitude from like Rihanna's like, like Pon de Replay or Britney Spears like Slave for You or like Beyonce Deja Vu. Like I'll go back to that era where it's really showgirly and you can hear like kind of like the dance and the choreography embedded into the music.
You're reminding me a lot of like Pussycat Dolls.
Yes.
Yes, I feel like you can hear that sass
that.
in their music. And I do get that from you. Absolutely.
That's what I try to embody. Well, every time I go into the booth, I think about Rihanna and the way that she attacks the song and her cadence and that attitude, because that attitude is something that I'm really like trying to convey in my music.
She has it, not to say, but she has like that resting where you see her and you're like, oh, are you upset? She's like, no, that's just me.
That's
and you're like,
me
okay.
too, though.
What'd you think about the Super Bowl performance?
Oh, I love Rihanna. I love Rihanna so much.
Were you shocked by the baby reveal?
I mean, I wasn't shocked because I feel like she's been wanting to have a kid. Like, I'm a big Rihanna fan, so I knew that she was probably not going to release any new music. She was probably waiting. It was probably another baby.
You know we've been waiting since 2017, right? Like, we can't listen to Wild Thoughts anymore. Like, I need something fresh.
I know. Tell me about it. I'm having my anti-album on repeat.
Are you?
Like, girl, I can't keep listening to the same songs
come on,
again.
just something. A nice little 4-pack, a 5-pack.
And
just
a little EP.
Exactly.
A little mixtape of unreleased songs, maybe like remastered.
Well, let's talk about your music. When I was going through your songs, I think right now you've got about 6 or 7 songs out there. I have to tell you, the one I gravitated towards the most was Bad Advice. And I really liked it because for me, it is fun when an artist establishes the message so clear where I can choose to read between the lines or not.
Yeah.
And I still understand where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
And I think I was just telling you a little bit before, you're like, to start, you're like, I want you to ruin my life and listen to the bad advice.
Yes.
I can't do it as well as you, of
That
course.
was amazing.
What was it like making that song? I really feel like that one for me is one that can really catch and take off.
So honestly, funny enough, that song is not about me. It's not like about my own personal experience.
Okay.
It's I wrote it about my best friend. She was currently like, not in a healthy relationship.
Yep.
Just hanging on to this, just the bad advice and like, the guy that she was with at the time, it's like, do you just want him to ruin your life at this point? Like, the same thing keeps happening over and over again. So I kind of wrote that song to her because that's what I think about sometimes, and I would be just like, girl, like,
and
keep
I'm
going
assuming
through this.
you were the friend always saying, what are you doing?
Yes.
Or my mom used to tell me when I was young, one day you're going to wake up and say, what the am I doing?
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about that song was anyone that's been in a serious relationship or has been out on the scene, they've experienced that. And so for you to see it through your friend, maybe you didn't personally experience it, but I feel like everyone has kind of gone through that where you are self-destructing in front of everyone, but you can't let go.
Right.
There's something about it.
I've had so many friends go through those toxic relationships, like enough for me to kind of see it and be like, no, I'm good. I'm going to stay over here. So I kind of wrote that song because, I've dealt with it so many times with my other friends. So I'm just like, this is one's for y'all.
Yeah, Bad Advice is almost like an instructional guide to get away from the bad in your life. I love it. Your highest streaming song at the moment on Spotify, Leave Me Alone. It's a really, really great record.
Thank you.
When you were writing that song or when you were recording that song, did you have a feeling this could be one that would just take off the way it did?
Honestly, yeah.
Really?
It came so easy to me.
Wow.
And that's how I knew that it was going to be something that people vibed with, because it was just so natural. Like, I remember, when I kind of go through my process of writing music, I'll just have, like, the loop of that beat play over and over again. And I'll come up with the melody first. And it's very rare that I'll come up with the entire chorus just, like, off the bat.
Yeah.
But I was kind of humming this melody, and then...
Yes.
And then, leave me alone. Just, and then that was just a vibe. And then it was right, I remember doing it. It was right in front of, like, my boyfriend. And we were all just in the studio vibing. I was trying to write to this. He was making his own beats. And I made the chorus right there. And, real quick, I just wrote the rest of the song right in front of him. And oddly enough, it was about us at the moment. Like, we were arguing and stuff. And it was just like, leave me alone. I'm going to stay over here. I'm going to do what I need to do. You just do your thing.
Yep.
Leave me alone.
Oh, we're getting the real tea.
That was the
right
tea.
Here in this interview. I love it.
I made the chorus right in front of my boyfriend that I was fighting with at the time. And it was about him. And then he was just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I know you don't really mean it. It just came up right in front of you.
Hey, you don't got to tell me anything. I have been married for over 5 years, and my wife, she gives me the look.
See?
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
So I might start playing your song whenever she kind of gets like that.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just going to turn it on blast.
Yeah, maybe you don't even have to verbalize it. You can
Exactly. Now, when you have a song like that, that takes off the way it does, do you and your team go back and do you kind of dissect it, analyze it, and try to figure out why this song was so successful and take that information into the new music that you're currently working on?
You know what? I feel like I don't ever like to get caught up in stuff like that.
Okay, wow.
It makes it too analytical. Like, everything that I want to do with my music, I want to just continue to progress and keep, like, pushing forward and finding what's new. And I'm still in that discovery sound of, like, what's my sound, what's Angelyse Mariah's sound. And everything that we're releasing now, it's sounding a lot different than previous.
Yeah.
So, previously I feel like it's very pop and very easily digestible pop. But now we have some stuff that we're trying, that's new. And we're doing some Spanglish stuff, some more dancey club vibes.
Was the line in one of the songs "No Keto S" or am I saying it right?
No, for which one?
Oh God,
I have a couple songs.
Yeah, it might be corny text.
You waste my time, ya no quiero más.
Yes.
Oh,
okay. For all of, I know y'all are gonna tear me up for that one. And I'm married to a Latina woman as well, so.
Yeah, you waste my time. I don't want you anymore.
Okay. Oh, that's that sass coming out. I like it. Now, what I really enjoyed from your music was the constant progression, song to song, from the overall sound and production, but like you said, from the storytelling. And I'm starting to see that the more and more I listen to. And you were kind of hinting at it earlier. Songwriting is something that you are actively working on to do it. What are maybe some tips you have for other up-and-coming artists that are trying to work on their songwriting? What are some things that you actively do to expand your songwriting?
So I got this songwriting book, and what it was telling me to do to practice this, like, practice every day, these new prompts. It'll give you, like, a word, right? Just a random word. It could be like tea.
Okay.
So you have, like, 10 minutes to write a paragraph, and you have to incorporate tea, but it can be about anything. There's no limit. So you can talk about how hot the tea is and how you like to drink tea on warm, like very warm with honey, and on cold winter mornings in front of your fireplace, you see snow, like very descriptively, or different things just to get into. And I find that helps a lot. Or just even, like, thinking about different metaphors and rhetorics. I think, like, I've been reading a lot more about the songwriting process from this tiny book that somebody gave me about it, and just constantly reading up on just new metaphors, kind of coming up with your own. I think that's the best tip, because that's what really leads for, impactful writing. Like,
absolutely.
Things that people are like, oh, that sounds crazy.
And knowing what words mean. It makes such a big difference as well. So don't ever shy away from the good old dictionary.
The thesaurus. Like, get your thesaurus out.
The dictionary, and you are all good. A Webster, Okay, we
Yeah,
need that
what-
plug. Okay, we need that.
Look at the synonyms and antonyms, people.
Brand new single out right now. Corny
Yes.
Text. It is on y'all's phones right now. Go stream it up. I thought it was so ironic. You drop it on Valentine's Day, which is a lover's holiday.
Yeah.
But you're talking about someone that's sending you these corny texts that you don't want to deal with anymore.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
I felt like it was a good song to put out on Valentine's Day because there's definitely some people that are single and like, you know, you already know how people are with
Yes.
like the hookup culture
Yes.
today. So I feel like a lot of people could have probably related and been like, you know, boy, why are you texting me on Valentine's Day, sending me these corny texts, telling me to come over, like, you know, it's a day for you to take me out on dinner and wine and dine me. So I feel like that people could have related to that. That's why we decided to
Okay, now,
drop.
there's levels to corny texts, right?
Yeah.
Can we establish that? Because when I was first trying to holler at my wife, I feel like I was being a little corny in the very beginning, right? But she still married me. We've been together for almost 12 years.
Yeah.
And I still was able to get the ring on it, okay? So we can establish there's levels to corny texts.
100%. I feel like sometimes it's good to be a little corny, you know,
Yeah.
like in terms of like being a little like maybe lovey-dovey
Yeah.
or like hopeless romantic. But then there's other types of being corny where it's like, you know, like, boy, get out of here. You know, it's a difference
Like the
between...
aggressive
Yeah.
corniness.
Yeah, like the sweet corniness, like, oh, that's cute. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Be a little corny for me because I feel like guys that act too tough or
Yep.
like are too hard or whatever, that's not cute. Like, be a little corny and like
Yeah.
nerdy for me.
And you come from a region where acting hard is like the mantra for men. So it's like
come on, I'm your girlfriend. Like, you know, you can be soft
Yes,
over here. You
yes.
don't have to be so macho.
oh man, I love it. Okay, so corny texts. Now, I think you said maybe a music video might be in the works. I wanted to give you an idea that I have.
Okay.
And I know you're a little bit younger, so you wouldn't remember, but I got this from All That. I was a huge All That fan when I was young, and I thought it'd be so funny during the music video. Whoever's sending the corny text, it's actually a big ear of corn.
A big ear of
So they're sending corny text, right? Like, come on, man. Y'all, come on.
You know,
I mean,
my mom, my mom was like, you know, Ange, for promo, maybe you can get that little kid to be like, it's corn.
Oh, yes, the corn.
Yes.
Yes. See, okay, I think we could collaborate a little bit on the
Right?
videos. Yeah, definitely.
Maybe we could be like text message and then like a video of like him being like, it's corn.
Yep. Now, let me tell you something from my perspective being a fan.
Okay.
One thing that I feel like Angelyse Mariah is missing at this moment is visuals. You know, I'm a big fan, especially being a 90s kid and a 2000s teenager.
Yeah.
Big part of my life was TRL,
Yeah.
BET, and just watching, I love to visually see what the artist was trying to establish in
Right.
the song. And I really think that that's one thing that I feel like maybe us as fans are missing from Angelyse Mariah. Do we have some music videos, some visuals in the works? Can we expect something in 2023?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We're trying to get something out very, very, very soon. And
Okay.
I'm so excited. It's for a new unreleased song, Control. So stay out for that.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I'll let you guys know about the release date, but it'll be coming within the next like month and a half.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
say.
I was telling her before that I'm Mr. Exclusive, so I said she had to give me something. I really appreciate you for dropping
Yeah.
that bomb for us right there.
It's so different from what I have now. Definitely a lot of attitude. Like this is a song that you're gonna be able to play like when you're gonna go out with your friends and get ready and just blast in the car. It's definitely one of those vibes. So yeah, visuals is something that we knew that we were missing, and I've been wanting to put out a music video for so long, and I was kind of waiting for a song that I felt like, okay, I'm so proud of this, and
Yes.
I want to make a visual accompany it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like Control is that single.
You're right. And you as an artist, especially trying to be so authentic and genuine, it's like you don't want to force something that doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And so you're waiting for just the right sound, the right song that came together to be
Yeah.
like, this is the one. Let's do it and let's go full force with it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with up and coming artists, a lot of things that's missing is that aspect of it. It just seems like artists are kind of pulling away from it. And I know resources, money, it's a lot comes into shooting a
Right.
music video. It's not just pulling out your iPhone and shooting a
Exactly,
video. So if you want it to be
exactly.
done the right way, you've got to prepare and plan for it.
And I feel like I'm super particular about things, and I feel like from me being in the industry and kind of being on the other side of the camera, I know how it works, and I'm very into cinematography and coloring and aesthetics and all of that.
I love
so
it.
I want things to be done a certain way, and I have a certain caliber of how I want, you know, like my first music video to come out, especially for a song that I'm so proud of, and it's one of the, you know, my most favorite songs that I've made today. you
Yeah.
know? And
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, so that's why I'm so excited. We're gonna have dancers. We're gonna have like the whole thing with it, and I just wanted to do it right. I'm very influenced by the 2000s as well too, like all those crazy like Beyonce videos and Britney
like
Spears.
Crazy in Love,
yes.
and yes,
I grew
absolutely.
up watching them.
Toxic, Slave for You, Britney. Oh man, okay, absolutely.
So Slave for You, like. I definitely look at that video and I'm super inspired by that, and I kind of want to do like a rendition of like the newer Y2K Latina version of like what that would be in 2023.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting really excited. So, brand new single going to be coming out maybe in the next month and a half. Control. What about? Is there an Angelyse Mariah EP or album coming in 2023? Or are we still testing out the sound with singles? Are you still kind of figuring out what works, what doesn't, what your fans are drawn to, and what they kind of shy away from?
Yeah, that's definitely, I think, what we're doing now.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out what people are gravitating towards. We're playing the singles game. We want to build that fan base up for people to be like, yes, like we want an EP. We want an album. I don't want to just kind of release something and just, put it in the waters without people kind of wanting it. Yeah. So if people hit me up and are waiting for an album or something like that, let me know and I'll get working on that.
Well, let me tell you, you are retaining fans already, because I think on Spotify you've got over like 30 or 35,000 monthly listeners.
Yes.
And when you start seeing those numbers, I mean, that is when you know you have an audience, you have people returning to your music, and I'm telling you, they are sitting behind the scenes ready for some new Angelyse Mariah. Now, let's play a quick game real quick, and we're going to finish things up. I thought this would be like really fun, and I'm glad that you kind of already mentioned one of these artists being your favorites, because now I'm really interested to see what direction you go in. Now, there's the classic, we won't say the word, but F, marry, kill.
Okay.
Right? So I thought we'd tweak it a little bit to an artist side, right? So let's call this one feature, collab, or snub.
Ooh,
right?
Okay.
So I'm going to give you 3 top tier pop artists. I mean, megastars, high streaming, crazy success, okay?
All right.
You're going to tell me who you'd want to feature like on your brand new single, Control, who you maybe would want to do a nice little 4 or 5 pack with, a collab kind of EP, kind of like what Kanye was dropping back in like 2018, 2019 with Kid Cudi and everybody, or who would get snubbed?
Okay.
Who's getting kicked out the damn
All right.
studio, okay? You ready?
Yes.
Beyonce, Rihanna, or Ariana Grande?
Why are you gonna do this?
I know. I tried. And I'm sitting there, and I use my wife too. I'm always like, are these 3 good artists? She's like, I wouldn't know who to choose. I'm like,
oh my
perfect.
God, why are you gonna do this?
So let's start with the feature. Who would you much rather feature on your brand new single? Because we all know what singles can do. I mean, it can make or break your career. Most times, makes your career.
Right.
Who would you put on that single?
Oh my God. Okay. So purely. Because these are 3 people that I love. Like,
I had a feeling.
These are like my favorite artists. Yep. Like, I would freak out if I met the 3 of them plus, or like Nicki Minaj. Like those top 4, those are the 4 that I would probably have a panic attack for if I met. Just for the simple fact that people would like, she has not put out music in so many years. Okay. That it'll probably go to number 1 because of that. Okay. Rihanna as a collab.
Okay, Rihanna as
a feature.
As the feature for the single.
Feature,
okay.
Yes, because people would be like, Rihanna has a feature?
And it would, it will shut down the internet.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Okay. Collab. Like, that's Queen Bee.
I know.
I'm sorry. It's like, what, Beyonce or Ariana Grande?
I know.
Ariana Grande, I wanted to be her in middle school. I used to wear cat ears in middle school, and then that's Beyonce.
I know. Because with Ariana, you got to be careful, because you say something wrong, that ponytail might slap you right in the face. You say the wrong thing. Let's remember that. But we are talking about the queen. Okay, we're talking about Miss Beyonce.
I feel like I have to collab with Beyonce.
With Beyonce, I had a feeling.
I have to collab with her. That's someone that I've looked up to from the beginning, where I was like, I need to match that performance level. Yep. My dream is to perform with her on stage, because that's something I want to do, like be able to dance like that and put on a real show. Yes. So if I collab with her, I'd probably get maybe like a tour with her.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I can't, like, Ariana, like, I love you. Like, I want to do a collab with you, and I want to do a feature with you.
What she's saying, Ariana, is you got snubbed. You're out the studio, okay? No, I mean, look, that's how it goes. No. Hey, well, I appreciate getting to talk to you right now. Your brand new single, Corny Text, is out on y'all's phones right now. It's streaming really well. You've got a new single, Control, coming up maybe in the next 2 months. Ladies and gentlemen, Angelyse Mariah. Follow her on the MVP Vibe app. And we are so excited to see your Vibe Sessions performance tonight. I can't wait.
I cannot wait for you guys to see it.
Yes, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Angelyse Mariah.